Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to try and explain the process behind installing pavers. It's not very difficult and probably anybody can do it. The first thing you need to do is start by spreading the gravel. This is a bigger gravel. It's 4 to 16 millimeter and it needs to be as even as possible before you continue to the next step. You need to spread it evenly and then compact it using a compactor. You should probably do at least 4 runs over the gravel to get it nice and compact. Usually you notice when it's compact when the compactor starts to jump. It jumps like it feels like it's on concrete because the mass is already compacted enough. You probably saw me stop in the middle there because I took 2 rounds of compacting and then I stopped and put some water on the gravel because it was making a lot of dust. Also, it compacts much better and easier when it's wet. As you can see here, I've already installed the curb stones. I've done this the day after I was finished with compacting, and then the third day the gravel came, and this is the stage where you have to spread this smaller gravel. It's 2 to 4 millimeters. Normally, I've seen people use sand instead of this gravel, but after reading a bit and asking around, people have suggested to use this type of gravel, which drains much better and it's just as good as the sand. I'm always looking at the level because it's important to get this straight from the get-go, so you don't have to do it several times. When you start laying the stone, you'll find out why. Yes, so this is the third part, and after spreading all the gravel as evenly as you can manage, you can start laying the stones. It's I used here 2 pipes, straight pipes. They are 2 meter long, and I also bought a long level. It's also 2 meters. Uh, it's quite simple. You just have to put the pipes in the sand or the gravel, depending what you use, and get the proper level, and then just scrape the extra sand uh, all the way to the bottom, or if you need you can add more. As you can see, I've already started in the right hand corner to lay the stones. It's good to have a plan on how you're gonna start laying them, because after you level the gravel it's important not to step in the places where you leveled it. So now I've done the right side, and then I'm going to the left side. I'm spreading the gravel, and then I lay the stones. I fast forwarded here a bit. You can see I've already finished laying about 10 to 15 rows of bricks. These first few rows went quite quickly, and it's good to have a few friends to help around. When you start laying stone, it's good to have at least 2 people that carry the stone to you and prepare all the other materials like gravel if you need to put extra, and yeah, so they can shovel the gravel in a wheelbarrow and bring it to you and stuff like this. It helps a lot. So here I'm continuing again to level the gravel. You see I'm just measuring all the time with the level, see if it's pointing the right way, so the slope is away from the house. It's good to just remove one of the pipes. So when you've done like I did here on the right side, I leveled it and then removed one of the pipes from the right side and put it to the other side of the pipe in the middle, because then you can have a level all the way, all across the yard. Now the surveillance camera detected that there's enough light to turn off the night vision, so it went to color mode. One mistake that you can avoid making when you lay the stones is after you've laid, like you can see here, I think it's about 30 rows. I did not have the cutting blade to cut the stones on the sides, the half ones, which should go on the edges between the houses. So I postponed cutting them till I think the next 2 days. And I laid all the stones, so all the driveway was finished except the edges. But what happens when you do this and you don't finish one area and then put in the sand? Because after you put in the stones, you have to fill the gaps between the stones with sand, which prevents them from moving, and also prevents weeds from growing. For example, grass and other things can grow between them. So the smart thing to do now is to stop where you are now. Then you should start cutting the half stones and then put in the sand between them. Just use a broom and put in the sand, because it will stabilize the whole thing. Yes, I've brought out the GoPro now. The quality of the video should be a bit better. And this is from another angle, it's from the other side of the house. So I just continue laying the stones using the same process. Level first, then lay the bricks and continue from there. Laying the stones is not very difficult, and it goes quite fast. This is the part where you actually see good progress in one day, and it's very satisfying, and it helps if you have friends to help you around. It goes much faster. You see me every time I lay a few rows, let's say 3 or 4 rows of stones, and then I use the level to have them aligned properly. And this is the problem that will occur if you don't use the sand in between the stones after you put in a few more layers. So if you have, let's say, 40 rows installed, you should start cutting the edges and put in the sand between them. Otherwise, they will start shifting as soon as you walk on them. I will let you guys enjoy the video, because there's not much to say at this moment. I'm just laying them down and see if they are straight and adjusting accordingly, and then continue from there on.